You hired her to do their hair for the party.
When they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores.
What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you? What did she do?
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday.
Quay Walden is suing hairdresser friend Sean Fisher for injuries to her 16-year-old twin daughters after friend Sean styled their hair.
Court, come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3138, Walden versus Fisher.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Miss Walden, this is your case. These are your twin daughters. They were celebrating a sweet 16 and they were having a party.
Yes, ma'am.
They wanted a very special look for the party. They were going to wear their hair in some sort of a ponytail. You bought each of them an extension so that they could enhance whatever hairstyle they were going to have. And you hired Miss Fisher in order to do their hair for the party. So far, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the girls went by themselves. And your lawsuit says that they did have their party and that their hair looked just fine for the party. Hair looked great, right? Took pictures, everything was perfect for the party.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after the party, day later or 2 days later, they were having problems. The hair didn't stay as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to stay for longer than a couple of days. And then when you finally took the curls out, you noticed that they had sores in their hair from where pins had been stabbing them for days. You want to be compensated for that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what the case is about.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out?
You kind of mixed it up a little bit, but it's fine.
No, tell me how I mixed it up.
So first, if I would like to say, if I knew what lied beneath the craftsmanship, I would have never even reached out about the
Who cares?
craftsmanship.
That has absolutely nothing to do with laying out what your lawsuit is about. You hired her, and if hindsight were 20/20, my parents would have been taller. Maybe I would have been taller. But that's what happens. Stand up next to your mother, please. Has the defendant ever done their hair before?
No, she did not do their hair before.
Just a second. How did you find her?
On the internet. I had a couple of options to vacillate between.
Just a second.
So I chose
on
her.
the internet. Mm-hmm. And what did you pay her to do the girls' hair?
$400, $200 each for an updo ponytail. And to be quite frank, I'm very familiar with it. I've done it on their hair a couple of times before. I know how it should be done. I paid her to do the service when they came home. Like I said, the hair was nice for the party. 2 days later, all I went to do was titivate the curls. When I took the pin out just to redo the curls, the whole ponytail fell apart. I was actually in the middle of recording a TikTok just to show, how to redo the curls, and
I don't care about
I had it on video.
I don't care. Do you understand? I only care about one thing in your complaint, and that is you say that the girls suffered permanent damage to their scalp as a result of the way she attached these pieces of hair. That's your complaint. So when was the Sweet 16?
So the Sweet 16 was May 13th.
Okay. May 13th, yes. 2023.
Yes. May 16th is when I went to basically redo the curls. May 19th,
okay.
I took it out. And I would like to mention, when they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. They went and they advised her, because like I said, they have these plenty of time before. They told her their head, it wasn't feeling right. She took a tail comb and stuck it in the middle of their head and went like this and said, because y'all not used to updo ponytails.
Could you move on, please?
Absolutely.
May 19th is what you were at.
Yeah, I took their hair down on May 19th is when I took it out completely.
You took it out completely.
Yes,
6 days later. 6 days later, you took it out completely. Now, between the 13th and the 19th, 6 days, the girls were away, or were they with you?
They were with me.
24 hours a day when they weren't in school?
Yes, 24 hours a day. We're pretty...
I assume if something was sticking them in the head, that your daughters, who was 16 years old, would have said, Mom, something's sticking me and hurting me on the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. Look at me. How many times did you complain to your mother from the 14th to the 19th that your head hurt you? Look at me. How many times? No answer is going to be a good answer. I'm giving you forewarn. How many times? If it was 0, just tell me 0.
And if you...
Shut.
No, I'm looking at it.
Just answer my question. How many times between the 14th of May and the 19th of May did either of you complain to your mother that your head hurt you? Don't speak. How many times? You girls,
Because they can't even remember what they had for dinner yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss your case, period. Do you understand? You want to answer my question. How many times did you complain to your mother that your head hurt you between the 14th of May and the 19th of May?
A few, maybe 3.
What?
A few.
A few. Now, when you complained to your mother and you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do on the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th? What did she do? Put the phone down. What? Look at me. What did your mother do?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, we
so
don't.
sit down.
Okay, sit down.
No, not her. She's standing. When you complained to your mother a few times, I assume, where the ponytail was put there, when you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do? And if she did nothing, just say she did nothing. Listen to me. Your case is going to be dismissed. Do you understand? Probably anyway. But if you interfere with my examination of a witness by coaching, I'm going to throw you out now. I don't need it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you again. When you told her that your mother, that your head hurt you, what did your mother do? And if she did nothing, say she did nothing.
She was contacting Miss Fran to see if she can alternate it or fix the ponytail, but we were being ignored.
No. What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you?
She contacted Miss Fran.
Well, what is she? She was an hour away. Your mother is your mother. My child says to me, my head hurts where this thing is. I say, well, just a minute. I'm familiar with how to do that. I can take it out and take a look at it and see where it's hurting you. Did your mother do that? The answer is yes or no.
No.
Good. Sit.
Can I say something, please?
You could say whatever you want.
I just wanted to say this. Initially, of course, I spent all this money. I don't have it to be wasted. So when they were saying that the ponytails, I took the pins out and stuff, and I just wrapped it around that way. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores all in the middle.
Just a second. Your daughter just told me that she told you that her head hurt. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if I had a daughter who said my head hurts and I had some sort of contraption in my head, especially since the party's over, I would say, since you told me before you're totally familiar with this process,
Yes.
I would say, well, just a second, let me take it out, as you ultimately did.
Yes.
Let me take it out. You don't need the curls anymore. Let me take
and
it out.
that's my fault because trying to save
That's
money.
your fault.
Trying to save money.
Well,
and
then
I
you
have
save
to
money.
lose-
So what do you bring me a
No,
lawsuit
can I
for?
please?
Then you were derelict in your responsibility as a mother.
Well, as far as the ponytail, when they were saying that, I was thinking personally that when I take it completely down, I didn't know the severity that lied beneath. Had I known the severity, because this never happened before.
Well, how could she know the severity? She didn't live with you or her.
I didn't think it was that drastic. But when I took it down completely, I have the videos, sores all in the middle of their head. And that's because when she did the hairstyle, what she did was she put so this hairstyles usually take maybe 2 hours. She finished in 40 minutes. And what she did was, instead of gluing every weft onto the hair ponytail to save time, and as they said, her children were running around, she was trying to get out of there, she put the ponytail...
Just a second, you weren't there.
Well, they caught me.
Just a second. They told you?
They caught me.
They called you. Just a second. And the girls arrived late. She charged a late... Put your hand down.
That's not true, ma'am. That's not true.
Did you charge a late fee?
Yes, I did, and I do have proof.
And did they pay the late fee?
Yes, and I do have proof stating that she said they will arrive at 6:03. I have it.
And the appointment was for what time?
I have the appointment right here. It was at 5:30, and I have
100% correct.
Just a second. She's speaking.
Oh, I apologize.
Now
She's correct.
Okay. So
can I finish what I was saying? Please?
No. Now she's correct. Your daughters arrived late.
About the timing.
Your daughters arrived late. And you paid a late fee.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, this was last year. I'm sorry that I didn't remember that. But okay, they arrived.
But you have to remember, you already told me that the girls, sometimes they remember and sometimes they don't remember. Isn't that what you said before? They don't remember. They don't remember what they had yesterday.
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday. So I was just saying, so the way she did the hair, she didn't glue the wefts on. She even said that she didn't do it the way it was supposed to be done because she wanted to save me money on the quality bundles. It should have been the glued wefts around the ponytail. What she did was put the rubber band extremely tight and used hairpins to hold the hair together instead of gluing the wefts. When I took out the ponytail, I promise you, the sores were so... I have
Just
video.
a second. I want to see the letter from the doctor where you
so what
took
I
them.
have as far as...
No, don't tell me what you have. I said I want to see the letter from the doctor.
Can I please...
Did you...
And may
Miss
I
Walden,
to see the derm-
Miss
so
Walden,
this is what I have.
Miss Walden, pay attention.
Yes, I'm very nervous. And
I don't care.
Anxiety.
I don't care. I don't care. If you were very nervous, you shouldn't come on television.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you take your daughters to a dermatologist?
Okay, so
that's either a yes
it wasn't for
or
the
a no.
bald spot. I took them to the dermatologist, and they told me when I got here to tell you this. I took them to the
No, you can't tell me what the dermatologist told you, Miss Walden.
I'm talking about here.
Did you take, after May 19th, when you took down the ponytail, did you take the girls immediately to the doctor? So the answer is no. On what date did you, for pay attention, on what date after May 19th did you take the girls to a doctor who is going to either testify or submit something in writing, because you say in your complaint, in which you are requesting $5,500, that as a result of their negligence, they now have noticeable bald spots. I took them to a dermatologist, and it was confirmed that their hair would never grow back in those spots. I want to see, since you don't have the dermatologist there, I want the dermatologist's report that he saw the girls on what date, what he found, and that this hair is not going to grow back. Okay. Do you have that?
I have a letter from the dermatologist that they gave me.
No, don't.
Here you go.
Just a second. May I see that? This is March of 2024.
And your producers asked me to go now. I traveled to get that.
Return this.
If you read it.
I'm not reading it. It was prepared for litigation. So what you're telling me, honestly, with this terrible condition, which you wanted to pay $5,500 for, you, as the mother, never took your daughters to a dermatologist.
That's never took your daughter. I took them to the dermatologist. They went for a skin treatment. They went to get a chemical pill.
Date?
This was the ending of May, beginning of June. I'm sorry I don't have the exact date. I took them for their skin. I asked doctor, can you please look at the spot that they have in their hair, because they have sores from a ponytail they had. She said whatever she needs to say.
Pay attention to me. Don't look confused.
I'm a little confused.
Don't look confused. Now, if you took the girls to the doctors in May, and what you're trying to say is you took them for a facial skin condition, and while you were there, you said in passing, would you please look at their scalps? Then you should have, when you came today, brought the report from that dermatologist as to what that dermatologist found in May of 2023.
What if they didn't make any report of it or anything, because I was asking her to take a look at it because I was concerned about it?
Your case is dismissed. You have no case.
So what if
your case is dismissed. You have no case.
Defamation of character.
Just a second. Now I'm going to, excuse me, she's absolutely right. She has a defamation case. I'm speaking.
Judge,
you're
can
done.
I please speak, please? Because you didn't even let me. I'm trying. She has a permanent bald spot in her head. The picture is literally right here. It's permanent.
Attention to me.
It's not a coincidence they both had swords in both of their heads. It was a technique that she did.
Miss Walden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you what I really said subtly. If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event and all the pictures were taken, Mommy, my head hurts. The first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days after your daughter told you that her head hurt. You left it in. Not her. You did.
But Judge Judy,
not a but. Your case is dismissed. You're done.
Okay.
You're done.
All right.
Now I'm going to the counterclaim, and the counterclaim is that you defamed her in her business. Okay. Ms. Fisher?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to see your proof of what you claim Ms. Walden did to defame you in your business.
I have several posts.
May I see them, please?
Sure. It's my She also...
just a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want me to just throw you out? And then it's easy. Then I do your case easily.
No worries.
All right. Very good. Okay. Before I look at these, do you advertise your service on the internet?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that if you advertise your service on the internet, people are going to rate your service. They're going to be able to comment on it.
Correct.
You do understand that. Yes. And some comments will be good and some comments will be bad. You understand that?
Yes, I am.
And you also understand that if the comment is negative because someone is dissatisfied with your service, which is a subjective evaluation that they're going to say, I was dissatisfied with the service. You do understand
Yes,
that?
I do.
Okay. Now, with that,
Judge Judy,
I don't want to hear you.
can you please tell me this, please?
I just
wanna know
told you
this.
why.
What is the coincidence as far as them both having sores in their head after she did it?
Would you read
Not a
back?
coincidence. It's not.
Whitney, would you read back to her the part where I started, if my daughters complain to me for one day?
Yeah, but the thing is,
don't
though,
speak.
but the
Just
thing-
a second. You're asking me, I'm answering you, and then don't speak again. 0. She's going to read back to you why, starting with, if my daughters complain to me. Can you start that, Whitney?
If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event, Mommy, my head hurts, the first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and take a look at their, I'm speaking, and you're not speaking anymore. And look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days.
But I took the hairpins
After
out.
your daughter told you that her head hurt, you left
Okay,
it
Can we
in.
dismiss this
I don't
without
wanna hear any
prejudice?
more
Because I
from
can
you.
take her elsewhere. And
I don't want to hear any more from you.
So can we
Put her out.
Great. Can we dismiss
Yeah,
her
this
without
way, this way.
prejudice?
Put her
This way,
out.
this way.
Absolutely not. Out
But they,
with the
oh,
girls.
they charging
Out
overcharging
with
to
the
do
girls.
Lulu.
Excuse me,
That
this
doesn't
way.
make sense.
Out with the girls.
Luxury
out,
prices to do
out.
poverty
I am
work.
out.
Out.
Could you do it,
So
please?
because I didn't take it out in 3 days, I'm not a good mother.
That's
She didn't
absolutely
do her
correct.
service.
You
I
didn't
paid
take
her
it
for
out on the
service.
first day. Let's
I
go.
could
This
carry
way,
my
this way,
stuff.
this way.
I could carry my stuff.
This way. Go ahead. Just keep going.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so this is much easier to do a counterclaim with the noise gone. Crown director founder. I don't know what this is about.
That is her profile where she defamed me twice. So that was a
No,
photo.
she said unprofessionalism. She said sores, they have bald spots, 16-year-old girls reluctant to make things right until she was blasted on social media.
She also had other people, friends, aunties, whoever, I have that as well, come into my DM defaming me and my business.
Well, that's too bad. That has nothing to do with her. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're finished with this case. Done.
This court is adjourned.
4 days later, she texted me. However, I did reach out to her first on Monday, asking her, can I see photos? Because they were so happy. I wanted to see what they look like. To the next day, her saying all of these irrational things. She will not be able to enter my salon or be a client.
I think the best evidence of any situation is how it was handled in the moment, not, as you said, in hindsight. So in the moment, I agreed with you that if I went to you and said, you know, something really doesn't feel right. It feels really bad up there. Something's poking me, something's uncomfortable. Take the whole thing out. And at that moment, she would have discovered the larger sores as opposed to just removing a few of the pins and maybe trying to shift it around
there
a
were
little
no
bit.
sores.
Maybe there weren't at that time. There's no way to tell. So that would be my best advice to people is, you know, at the time when you first discover something, act quickly, act promptly.
If you're in a car accident
Sure.
and you feel as if you're injured, and if you go home and a month later you decide to go to the doctor and you say, by the way, is there anything you can give me for my neck? You know, last month I was in a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. What did you think about the defamation?
I think defamation is tricky because I understand as a business owner, someone leaving negative reviews is always going to rub you the wrong way. And someone leaving a negative review when they were in fact a client of yours, they did in fact get this service, and these things did in fact happen to them, and they're attributing it to you is not necessarily defamation. If they were never clients and they made comments about your business, or, you know, if they made allegations about you personally as an individual as opposed to the business or service you provided, that could be defamation. But just because someone says something bad about you on the internet does not automatically...
Because you've exposed yourself to that
Exactly.
by advertising on the internet.
Sure. So I think people should really read the cause of action defamation a little more closely before they bring it.
This was a long case, actually, a very long case. The plaintiff came out and was acting all crazy and saying all sort of things. But I love the angle that Judge Judy came through. Truly, if it was my daughter who had sores and ball points on their head, in less than 6 days, I am going to, immediately they complained to me, the first thing I'm going to do was to check their hair and remove whatever it is on their hair, whatever extension was added there. And that was exactly what Judge Judy said to the plaintiff that that was her mistake. She was supposed to react immediately to the children's complaint, but she didn't, so she doesn't have a case. And secondly, the plaintiff admitted that she never took the children to the doctors. So the doctors, there's no doctor's report for Judge Judy to actually solicit the case on. So it was just a case of hearsay, whatever you say, I say. So those kind of cases are very hard to handle. The defendant have never done their hair. It was her first time. The first time they actually go to make their hair with her. They were having their birthday. They said it's the sweet 16 birthday. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it means that they just got to 16 years old, and they were celebrating their 16 years. So they needed a ponytail extension on their hair. I don't know what that looks like. I'm a man, so I don't make my hair, so I can't say so much on that. But they wanted a ponytail extension on their head. The mother said she knows how to make the ponytail extension. I don't know why she didn't help them do that. Whatever it is, I have no idea. She would have done it herself, or better still get somebody to do it. The children said they couldn't remember what their mom did to the hair between the 14th and the 19th of the month when they made the hair. According to them, they complained a day after the party, and then the mother didn't do anything until on the 19th that she pulled off all the hair. And then the plaintiff says she pinned their hair. So what that means is that the defendants pinned their hair, and the pin was piercing through their head. And really, I've seen many ladies make their hair, and they have to attach some pins to the hair so the hair can stay put together with their original hair, because it's an extension that was added to the hair. So that's a normal way to make hair. It was pinching them on their hair, and because of how long she left it, it created bald points on their head. The defendant said they came late and they paid late fee. So the plaintiff was trying to say that they got there, she did the hair and all of that, but there was a late fee. They booked an appointment for 5 p.m. and they ended up coming, I think, around 6:30 p.m. and she had to charge them for late fee, and they paid for it. She provided proof for that, which makes sense to me. And I like the fact that Judge Judy didn't even respond to that. She did not take the kids to the doctors. I said this earlier. It doesn't make any sense. If I notice anything on my child's hair, if it is something I know how to take care of, I take care of it immediately. If it's something I don't know how to take care of, I will visit the doctor instantly. It's not something that I will keep the child and keep hoping that the child gets better. No, we take care of it immediately. She provided proof, but for March, that's I think almost a year later, or when she tried to take the case to court, that was when she decided to go see the doctor, which doesn't make any sense. They have sores and bald points on their head. That was the end product, according to the plaintiff, of what the pins did to the children's head. They are twins. The defendant counterclaim for defamation. So I've watched Judge Judy for a long time. If you are countersuing for defamation, make sure that it is defamation on your person, not your business. If it is on your business and you advertise that business online, it's not a defamation. The person have the right to say you are unprofessional, you didn't provide the accurate service you were paid for. That makes sense. But if the person defame you as a person, maybe he talks about how that you have a criminal record you don't have, or you have a disease that you don't have, that you can sue the person. But when the person come for your business, the person have every right to say something about your family, your business. Sorry, when it comes to your business and you advertise on the internet, the person have the right to actually say something about your business and then comment on your professionalism according to the work you render to the person. At the end of the day, the both cases were dismissed. According to Judge Judy's granddaughter, she said people should go and read more on defamation and also how to run cases. You are supposed to act immediately when you notice something. You don't leave a case for a long time before you sue somebody. And that makes sense to me, because how will my child have a sore on their head and I don't respond to it immediately? So I agree with Judge Judy for dismissing both the counterclaim and the claim in the beginning. I know that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on the case. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.